Trailblazers Team 2 is already leaked, people are not happy with some of the cards in there, and the market is already moving. Welcome to Trading to Glory. If you're looking for cheap and safe EAFC 24 coins, look no further than u4gm.com and use my code ELYT, ELYYT, for 5% off at checkout. Fate of the universe on the line, or the Martians have a death beam pointed at Earth, you better clutch up. I want Sugawara. I've honestly got no clue how I'm going to link this card into my team, but we're taking him no matter what. We'll figure it out later. Sugawara, welcome to Trading to Glory. Today, guys, we've got a lot to talk about, including a leaked Trailblazers team, which is like the earliest that we've gotten a leak for a new promo team, maybe ever. I mean, it was Monday when this leak came out. It's Tuesday now. We normally don't get our leaks for the full entire team until like Thursday night. This week, we got the entire team already, and there are some cards in there that are absolutely absurd and people are not happy about. We'll get into that in a minute, but before we do, let's talk about Team of the Week cards. Now, the objective of Trading to Glory is not only invest in cards that are going to go up, we got to try to find the cards that are going to go up the most amount in a short amount of time, and I really don't think that these Team of the Week 4 cards did that for us, despite the fact that we did make about 160,000 coins on these cards, which we'll take any day of the week. Don't get me wrong, I'm still pretty happy with that. But if we were to have put our coins into things like RTTKs or even Fodder, I think we would have made even more coins. So if you did do that, well, you've made some profit, but unfortunately with our informs, they went up, but just not as much as some other things on the market. So this week, we've got to try to hone in on some of those cards that are going to rise the most. And I think RTTKs are probably going to continue to rise up in price. And that's why I have so many on my transfer list still. I've got a Modric right here for 205. I'm holding. I actually just picked up some Lewandowski's for about 470 because he peaked over 500 yesterday. And as we get closer to their UCL games, which are in about a week now, we should see a steady rise, which has already been happening. But if we take a look at Team of the Week number 4, which I know a lot of you guys are probably still holding on to, it is Tuesday, so we're looking at a pretty stable market. Maybe some of these cards drop 2K, rise 2K, stuff like that. Valverde is definitely the most hyped up of all the Team of the Week cards, and we made about 50,000 coins on Valverde today, and we actually might go back in on him. We'll see, because he seems like one of those cards that could rise well out of packs. 82 plus on each card. A lot of the pros like him, so we'll see how that goes. But we've got cards like Sterling and Aubameyang who did spike up. Sterling spiked up to like 68, 69. Aubameyang spiked up to like 35. Have come back down, and I think a lot of that is because of actually over-investing. Maybe a lot of us contributed to that. A lot of people went in on Sterling on Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night even, maybe if people are getting in a little bit late. And this card did rise in price. He peaked at about 70, and he's kind of come back down ever since. He was at 67 yesterday. He's sitting at 63 right now. I think he might recover to about 65, 66. But either way, these cards did not go up quite the way we thought they would. And so we didn't end up making absolute bank like we did in Team of the Week number 3. But road to the knockout team number 2 here. Lewandowski, 485 we got for 470. So we're just waiting on that card to rebound back up to what he was at yesterday, which was about 500,000 coins. Well, there he's gone up to 493 already. I'm glad I picked up 2 of them. But as you can see, yesterday he did peak at about 500, and he just kind of went back down this morning for some reason, and I decided let's go ahead and capitalize on that and pick up some Lewandowski's for like 472. And you can see I've still got him pulled up from when I did buy his card. I got 2 of them for 472, 471, and so I left that there just to show you guys he did drop in the morning. So you can kind of look for these little valleys, because these cards are going to be on a steady rise. You can see how they've already started going up. They've already steadily been going up, and then you see a little bit of a drop right there. Go ahead and pick one up on that drop. I think that this line is going to continue to go upwards as we get closer to the UCL matches, which start on next Tuesday. Then we've got team number 1, which still have some investment opportunities. I've picked up some Machados and Sildilias. Those are cards that I've mentioned in the last videos, and some of you guys are asking, should I sell? Should I sell? Absolutely not. Hold on to these cards. These RTTKs normally peak about 24 hours before their match. You're going to see a lot of people who have invested in these cards selling them before their game in the hours leading up to it. So we could see a little bit of a drop. People start to panic as that game gets close, and even though they do fluctuate up and down very dramatically on game day, it's just not worth the risk. So I'm probably going to sell the day before on these UCL cards. So Monday, if they play on Tuesday Tuesday if they play on Wednesday. If they're a Europa League card, we could sell Tuesday or Wednesday realistically as we lead up to their games on Thursday. Team 2 for Trailblazers is leaked, and what you'll notice about some of the cards on here, not just one, not just two, but 3 cards who got their player of the month in the last week are in Team 2. Heung-min Son, Rafael Leao, and Takefusa Kubo all are getting another upgrade from their player of the month. So Son, whose player of the month was 89, now 90. Leao, 87 to 88, and Kubo up to 88 as well. A lot of people are unhappy because if you just sunk all of your fodder and a ton of coins into those SBCs, and now there's another higher rated card just a few days later, you do feel a little bit slighted at the least. Now, the good news is, if you did do like Heung-min Son's player of the month or are completing it, you are going to get that finesse shot plus trait, whereas this Shapeshifters card is probably going to have a different playstyle plus, similar to what we saw in team number 1. If you look at team number 1, like Caroline Graham-Hansen, her card did get a different playstyle plus than her gold card, and that made it so much more valuable than the gold card would be. Whereas I think that the 89 Son might actually be even better than the 90 just because of that playstyle plus finesse shot. Now, I'm not sure that's going to be the same for Rafael Leao or Kubo. We'll see what playstyle plus they end up getting, but this is what the squad looks like, and we can see that like we've got players like Cristiano Ronaldo who have already started moving the market for a couple of cards. As you can see for Anderson Talisca, he's finally getting himself a link that makes him usable, and the card is not bad for an 84 rated inform, but he hasn't had too much to work with in terms of links. He was 14,000 coins, has risen over the last couple of days to 17K, and it's actually insane. He's 24,000 coins right now because of this Cristiano Ronaldo leak. And what I'll tell you guys is, yes, he is going to be rare. Yes, this card does get an extra link. But when we consider the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be an 89 rated card, he's going to be very desirable. I'm sure they give him a good playstyle plus, and it's just going to be expensive. I'm not sure how many people are going to be getting this Cristiano Ronaldo and then immediately being like, oh, I need an Anderson Talisca to link him. I think that a lot of those guys might try to just link Cristiano Ronaldo through Portugal links like that Cancelo card or Rafael Leao or some other way. And I think that this Anderson Talisca might be a little overhyped as a complement link. So if you have a Talisca, it might be a card that you want to sell into the hype of this promo over the next few days before Ronaldo actually drops. I don't know how many people are going to use that complement link. You have another leaked SBC though, and this card could actually bring up some complement links. Sommer. It doesn't look too spectacular at face value. You look at the 82 pace, you don't think too much of it, but you gotta realize that this card has 4-star skills and 5-star weak foot. That could be a pretty lethal striker if they boost her pace enough. And she's got great dribbling along with great shooting, pretty good physicality. So some of these links could actually have a positive impact. And so you're looking at cards like Diani, who has gone up a little bit in price already because of it, but I think that was more of a natural rise as we've seen this card go from about 67 up to 71 already, but most of the meta golds have done that. A lot of the meta golds are looking at a pretty stable market right now. And if we actually look back to last year and take a look at some of the cards in FIFA 23, we can see that the gold rare meta market, especially those of them that are higher rated in meta, did have a pretty stable graph over the course of the end of October. Taking a look at it, we're right about here in the middle of October, and these cards rose pretty comfortably for the next 2 weeks, as Van Dijk here went from 189 all the way up to 241,000. So when we look at an investment like Kadadiatu Diani, I think that this is a card that's probably already going to rise slightly, but once you combine that with a complement link, it could do even better. Now you're also looking at cards like Bacha, who I don't know where that card went when we got the leak for Bacha last week. Disappeared, went into the metaverse, I guess, but her gold card is still definitely usable. 25,000 coins more for the low budget, medium budget guys, but I'd be a little bit more careful with this. 86 rated has a little bit more supply than 89, of course, so any sort of supply that we see in the next few days, marquee matchups, div rival rewards, and the new promo team could negatively impact this card, especially if we don't get that card right away. Then we've also got cards like Karchawi. Karchawi is out of packs. That's a Team of the Week 1 card, and even though she did drop over the last couple of weeks, she has been steadily rising over the last few days, and we haven't gotten this leak until yesterday, and of course, we haven't really even seen too much of a spike, maybe from 190 to 197. Get her for as close to 190 as possible, and I think you're looking at a card that might not spike to 300K. I don't expect something crazy like that, but you know, you're looking at 210, 215 pretty easily, in my opinion, just from the hype alone. And if that if that Les Sommer card ends up being a pretty good value SBC and a good card that people want to use, then those cards could go even higher. So take a look at those compliment links, maybe try to get them around content time over the next couple of days, and we'll see if this Les Sommer card ends up being good value. Laurent Blanc's SBC came out yesterday, and it's another good value SBC, which means that we're getting hit with wave after wave after wave of demand for fodder. These fodder cards have gone up again. 89 rated is the most ridiculous at about 50,000 coins because Otto Hagerberg, Casemiro, and other 89s are extinct at 37.5K. You can try sniping them. I tried. It's basically impossible. You're going up against bots. I mean, it's human versus computer. It's just not going to work. But hey, if you do snipe them, you could make some profit once they do update that price range. But you've seen a lot of people turn to 88s and 87s because 89s are so expensive, and so those have gone up even higher. We're looking at 25,000 coins for 88 rated cards, and then 17 to 18,000 coins for 87s. And I told you guys to get in on 85s and 86s. Those are next up to spike in price, and they've already gone up about 2,000 coins for 86 and 1,000 for 85. And next, of course, 84 rateds are starting to get off the ground. It's a low budget investment, and it's starting to look good because you can see there's only a couple listed for 1.2K. If you've gotten a lot of those on bid for 1.1 thousand coins, they're getting off the ground, and maybe it's only a matter of time before they're at 1.6, 1.7 thousand coins for those 84 rated cards. So fodder continues to make us profit. If you're holding, there's not really a ton of reason to sell unless you've got 89 rated cards like Ter Stegen and Mapi alone, Alex Morgan. I would sell those cards for 50K for sure. But 88s and 87s, they might continue to go up as we're not expecting a huge amount of supply over the next couple of days. Yet we've still got a Les Sommer SBC coming, and all whatever else might come out in terms of leaks could bring up more demand for these cards. So fodder continues to be a dub, and hopefully you guys have made a lot of coins on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to know who makes it to the end of my video. So if you did, go ahead and comment Les Sommer hype down below, and I'll make sure to drop a heart on every single person's comment who does so. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.